Welcome to PA News, your news on all the battles in the Civil War. Today, Gettysburg.
Breaking news! Currently on the way to meet with General Robert Lee and General Meade to discuss the newest of news about the Battle of Gettysburg. I approached the scene. We are first going to discuss with Robert E. Lee. Thank you for joining us, General Lee.
I'm thankful to be here. Despite the outcome of the war, I'm proud to discuss the immense efforts my troops and I put in towards the cause.
I'm so glad to hear that. If you wouldn't mind, can you first elaborate on the importance of this battle and why this battle was so important to your troops going in?
Well, after our victory in the Battle of Chancellorsville, my troops and I were overwhelmed with confidence. The feeling that the North no longer had anything on us, maybe we were too hot-headed. There is no way of telling, but all I can say is my troops were excited for the cause and felt as though they could take anything in their way. Not only were we confident, we were also in need of shoes, which one could find in Gettysburg, Pennsylvania. I made a daring move.
What were the push factors that pushed you and your men toward Pennsylvania rather than other locations?
We were in need of supplies, and Pennsylvania's farmland offered an abundance of food. I also wanted to bring the war home to the North and weaken its already shaky morale and support for the war. Lastly, I believe that if we won a major battle on the northern soil, the North might just agree to a peace settlement that would give the Confederacy its independence.
Oh, I see. Did you happen to have any support or any other standing commanders alongside you during this battle at Gettysburg?
No, I was the only one leading an army of around 71,000 people.
Do you believe that if you had a standing officer that the outcome might have been different?
I do and I don't. Having another commander wouldn't have changed the lack of resources we had in reality, and perhaps could have caused indifferences on how the armies ran.
Take me by a day through day of what was occurring in your head during the battle.
It set way towards the north on June 10th. As we kept moving north, the army was expanding. Eventually on June 1st, we reached a group of Union cavalry that outnumbered cavalry were beaten by our troops, leaving day one fought on the northwest of Gettysburg. On the first day, we also carried out messy charges that caused large casualties, pushing the Union towards Cemetery Hill. Day one was ours, so I was hopeful that the battle would end there. As day two approached, the Union Army had established strong positions from Culp Hills to Cemetery Ridge. I felt as though our best chance was to attack them from where they stood. Over the next 4 hours, bloody fighting raged, leaving around 9,000 people. As day three came around, I realized we did not stand a chance any longer, so that very night, in heavy rain, I withdrew my decimated army toward Virginia.
Thanks for joining us, General Lee.
Of course.
You have to! I'm currently on the scene to go meet with General Meade. Welcome. Thank you for joining us, General Meade.
No problem. It's a pleasure to be here.
Let's get started. So as you and your troops approached Gettysburg, how many troops did you have?
We had approximately 91,000 troops.
With the immense amount of troops you had, which was one strategy that you used that I believe made a huge impact on your victory?
My first strategy that I believe had the most impact was to position the Union in the shape of a fishhook, occupying higher ground south of Gettysburg. This formidable defensive ground caused Lee to consider attacking the Federal flanks.
Choose a number. How many people do you think lost their lives in the Battle of Gettysburg?
I would say around 50,000 people lost their lives in this one battle between both sides.
So including your strategy and everything else that occurred in this battle, would you consider this a turning point, and why?
General Robert E. Lee's defeat by the Army of the Potomac forced his Confederate forces to retreat. They never recovered, as well as the bloodiest battle to occur in the United States soil.
Thanks for joining us, General Meade.
Always a pleasure. My first strategy
As day three came around, I realized
Currently on the way to meet with General E. Lee.
no longer had anything on us. Maybe we were not too.
Thankful for all of our guests today, including Dale.